Hi, D&Ders. I just, if you happen to see the whole series on the Where Rats Well, if Emily's pronouncing it correctly, it's a really interesting take on doing solo D&D with Roll20. I do have a couple pieces, or how would you say, 6 suggestions that would make gaming a whole lot more fun, a lot easier if you're doing Roll20 in a solo format, or actually if you're using even with your group. Just things I can just help you out with, all right? A couple things, any information you want, you go to my drduick.com, click on the icosahedron, and come down here. It says solo R20 suggestions. And I'll just briefly go through them, maybe 5-minute video here. So the first thing I would suggest, if you haven't ever played an OSR game and you've played 5e all your whole life, I mean, you could be a young kid watching this and you're saying, I kind of like that, wish I could do it. 5e has so much stuff with it. You could get bored and with the cumbersome nature of it. That's why I use OSR just in general. I guess I don't have the attention span. I played 5e like DM did. I like it better. It's a little easier. So look at these character sheets and the simplified nature that I put these together, okay? That's why Swords and Wizardry is really golden in my book. It's just my preference out of playing different things, why it works the best for me, right? So when you put these in, you're just hitting an icosahedron right here that's gonna do all your rolls, put all your stuff here. If you make just one character and keep copying it, and then you could just change some of the stuff you have, especially when you do the checks. So I made one template character and just changed it all and just added the rest of it. This is obviously Timmons here. And the rest of them, I haven't updated any of this with all their new stuff, which I might do if I'm deciding I'll play further in case this thing catches on. And it may, all right? May not too. Like I said, I like to do the note card versions of things. I found out that actually narrating it is very, very key to having fun, okay? Second thing is if you're playing Roll20, I would do these number tokens. I just made these up in PowerPoint, a little circle with a 1 or 2 windows like that, cut it, made it a little ping or what, PNG, is it a page? Oh, anyways, I don't know what you call it. And just imported them all up in here as an image file, right? And so when I put them all in here, I can easily drop them in. I don't have to have it look like a kobold. I don't have to have it look like a goblin. It's all in the mind. Remember, you're playing and you're with yourself. I like it better this way. It's faster, it's quicker, and you can easily move the things. They illuminate so you know what you're going after. I think I might just gonna do this for the rest of my games when I play on Roll20. Instead of putting a bunch of men in, just the numbers. They can know I'm attacking number 1, I'm attacking number 2, I'm attacking. I think it made the game flow, just by goofing around like this. Formation. I didn't really get into this because I didn't have to, because it was very organic in this module. I already had a formation set up, and I do a double roll. And I never got to use this thing, but I had it ready to go in case I did. So it's a 2 roll. The first roll is a 1d6. It's determined if you're attacked from front or back. So if you roll 1d6, if it's 1, 2, 3, it's from behind, 4, 5, 6, it's from the front. And you can determine who's getting attacked from what side. I do this when I'm playing like solo D&D on the tabletop. I roll to see which side and which way it's going. In fact, if you go back, you look at transparency, it says high and low written on it, right? 1, 2, 3, it's coming in from this direction, 4, 5, 6 from this direction. So I have 2 different formations. One of them is, this is when I ran most of the time, Timmons out front doing his number, then it's Stanwyck, Itaz, and Ellis. And I try to keep honest with this. If you keep honest with it, you're less likely to push the person with the perfect armor class up to the front or something like that, and it's kind of fun. This was my fighting formation, but a lot of times Timmons got up there and got himself in trouble, and Stanwyck had to run in and start slaughtering things. So if they ever kind of come to a room and there's a whole bunch of fight going to happen, Ellis is going to push the front because she's got a high armor class. Never had to use it, but it's nice that I have myself in a rule that when I'm playing it, I knew what to do next, okay? Next thing, monster attacks. I think the first couple times I'm playing this, I'm typing r/whatever 1d20. This is so much easier. I just made a character sheet called monster attack, and I go 1 hit dice, 2 hit dice, 3 hit dice, 4 hit dice, 5. You do as many as you want. So I hit it, it hits this, and it does the damage, okay? So I kept all my damages low. I didn't give them bonuses. Of course, this is OSR, the first level. I don't want to slaughter them. It's supposed to be for 6 to 8 people. I think there's obviously me knowing what's going to be in the room when I'm reading it. There's also the efficiency of a fighting machine. There was no squabbling and who's taking what thing, because I'm doing it all. So this was kind of fun. I would love to play like one player, and one time in the future, if anybody ever wanted to do that thing, get in touch with me. And they had a party of 4, and I'm DMing it. And it would be kind of cool to watch how that would work. moving things around. It's so funny. It's like I try to get my son to do it, and some other people. They just never say they want. They just want to use one character. They don't look at it as there's a party. I know Four Against Darkness is a great game that you can do solo, and I've done this for party members, and you're playing it. But I don't know, for some reason people have an aversion to having, oh, it's too complicated. No, I'm running all this and doing the game, so obviously you can do that, right? 5 is my initiative. All right, I got tired of slash R1D6. So this is just written. I kind of got confused a couple times. I remember doing that and said it back. I went back and watched my videos. I said 1, 2, 3 is I task, 4, 5, 6 is L, and I rolled and it was told. So you get confused when you're doing this. So if you have things labeled clearly, it makes it easier when it pops up so you remember what you're doing. And that way you just hit it. Which was it? Did I just roll for the adventures? This way it's easy. The choices. Now I do 50-50 choices because that's just the end. I know there's like the there's a bunch of emulators and mythic emulators, and you go through a chart and stuff like that. I get you could do. I read it. I looked at it and I said, well, this is more confusing when I just want to go with it. I just want to real fast. Let's move through it and have fun with it. That's just me. Okay, so if you like a Oracle engine or something like that, be my guest. I personally just want to play, and this was a really, really efficient way of doing it. The last thing is tabs. If you're doing what I'm doing, you have your tabs running around the bottom, and I was just popping up, rolling, pop, and roll up. So you have them all over, and you put them in the roll, I guess in the order in which you're going to be doing things. So it's initiative, monster attack, and Timmons. I do high dexterity to low dexterity. So it'd be Timmons, Stanwyck, ITES, Ellis. You just, when you're clicking them, they're always in order. Now and then you close them stupidly. I do this all the time, and then got to open up. Now they're out of order. It's really stupid and annoying. But the idea is it just makes it sort of an efficient way to play. Okay, so like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe saw 15, 20 minutes and say, that's kind of cool. And if you wanted to go figure out, well, what did he learn from it that you can apply to what you might be doing? This is what I learned. And like I said, I appreciate if you've watched 5 minutes of it or whether you watch, the whole thing and say, well, that was really weird. But I thank you for your investment of time. Okay, so with that, I'm sorry we're in a lockdown, sorry, in a quarantine. But if you want to get out there and have some fun, and you're like your friends are not even up for playing because I don't know, they're just cutting the lawn or something like that, this is something you can do to have a good time. And I thank you for everything. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.